What's up guys, hope you're doing great and staying safe. Thanks for joining me in today's video. Today we're going to go through my 10 favorite Black Keys songs. Not necessarily going to rank them from 1 to 10, but rather going to go chronologically as the albums came out, which 10 songs are my favorite. Let's get into it. Our first two songs are from the album Rubber Factory. Rubber Factory was the Black Keys' third studio album and was self-produced by the band in an old abandoned tire factory in Akron, Ohio. Hence the name. There's an authentic reverb and vibe noticeable on each song of the album, and everything from the percussions to the guitar and vocals find a certain flair from the recording environment. Where the Lights Go Out is a somber song taking feelings of loneliness and self-doubt and paints these emotions into a metaphor of life without light. The structureless flow of the song almost accentuates these feelings of non-order and of sadness and of a person just slumping through life, yet almost lifeless. Although this is a melancholy song with little more to experience than just the general vibe it tries to portray, it needs nothing more to be a great song. The Lengths is another great track from Rubber Factory, and the ever-present ambience of the open space of the abandoned factory studio spills over into this track as well. The Lengths is another melancholy ballad written for a lost lover, a woman to whom Dan would have done anything, the lengths to which he'd go. The combination of the room tone together with the guitar and this lap steel pair just gives the song a very iconic sound and really brings out the raw emotion. The next song is off of the EP Chilla Homo or Kula Homo, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's an EP that was released in 2006 and is essentially a tribute album to the late blues player Junior Kimbrough. The Keys have covered a couple of his songs in older albums, but this is an album that really encapsulates the essence and soul of Kimbrough. My favorite song on this album is My Mind Is Rambling. This song, like others on this album, really shows off the pure talent of the Black Keys, and even though the production of the song isn't on par with later releases, it doesn't need to compete. My Mind Is Rambling takes the simplicity of Kimbrough's lyricism and the raw emotion of Auerbach's voice and creates a track that will stand the test of time and can potentially become one of blues lovers' most beloved songs, and always pulls my heartstrings when I put it on. The next track is off of the fourth album by the Black Keys, named Magic Potion. This album even though it's the fourth album, it still had a garage rock vibe that the Black Keys got known for. The raw sound of the album makes its way to each and every song on this album, and that's a quality that definitely attracts certain listeners. Dan and Patrick recorded this entire album in a basement, but that never distracts the audience from the pure talent of the rock duo. My favorite song on this album is Your Touch. Your Touch is a song that introduced the band into what would lay the foundation for some of their big, catchy songs later in their career. The almost effortless lyrics combined with a super catchy guitar riff, hook and upbeat drum groove really makes for a fun, uncomplicated and entertaining listen. My next two songs are off of the band's sixth album, Brothers, and that was the album that pushed them into the commercial spotlight with the singles like Tighten Up and Howling For You. This album did extremely well and incorporated different musical aspects and production techniques that they learned from their album before, Attack and Release, and also by working with Danger Mouse on said album. Tighten Up is one of the band's most successful tracks, and with good reason. The track starts off with one of the most iconic whistling melodies ever and is followed by an extensive production filled with catchy lyrics, a great guitar riff and overlaid instruments like a subtle organ and a fantastic drum groove throughout the entire song. The song received numerous awards and accolades, including a Grammy and featuring on Rolling Stone's list 15 best whistling songs of all time. Howling For You is another massive song that featured in movies, in commercials, in TV shows and even games, and is one of the main songs that people think of when they hear the Black Keys. This song is in the simplest terms a love song about a guy that's head over heels in love with a pretty girl. The song starts off with probably one of the most iconic and memorable modern day drum beats, paired with an extremely catchy guitar riff, simple and memorable lyrics and hook, and just a super nonchalant vibe that is plainly just fun to listen to. Next album we're going through is El Camino. El Camino is the band's 7th album and released in 2011, the year after the highly acclaimed Brothers was released. As I've said before in my video, my top 10 rock albums of the last decade, El Camino used what worked from Brothers and capitalized on that. So all of the songs in El Camino were all written to have catchy riffs and hooks and were supposed to get stuck in your head. The song I chose from El Camino is Sister. Sister is a song about the emotions Dan feels when looking at the torment a loved one went through when she got her heart broken. Although there is a more gloomy tone to the lyrics of the song, the overall vibe is quite the opposite. The lead guitar and bass guitar combination paired with Dan's melodies and Patrick's punchy drum grooves really makes for an entertaining performance. The structure of the song might not be anything worth writing home to, seeing that it's a very basic verse-chorus combination, but the song doesn't really need anything more complicated, and that's not what you're looking for from El Camino, or from Sister in particular. After the very hook drum in El Camino, the Keys took a very different approach to songwriting and album making in general with the album Turn Blue. This album has a very mellowed out, almost psychedelic feel across the whole album. Dan Auerbach and Patrick Connie again collaborated with producer Danger Mouse, and they really didn't hold back in this album, and it seemed like they tried to show off their talent and show the audience what they're made of. And this is by far the most complicated and sophisticated album by the band. The album is filled with swirling and whooshing synth sounds, long and meticulous guitar solos, slow drum grooves, and a lot more thought was put into the lyrics of each song in this album. The song Weight of Love opens the album with a melancholy theme of the matters of the heart and the troubles that follow those who fall in love. The song and this album was written in a period of a difficult divorce Dan had to endure, and the emotions he felt during this time spilled over into his music, and this song in particular. There is a story of loneliness and the struggles of being in an unhealthy relationship that plays off between a seemingly endless river of hypnotic, mysterious, and almost psychedelic instrumental accompaniment. The entire song is also just one big build-up to one of the most impressive solos by Dan, and the thought that had to go into the composition of the song is pretty astonishing, and colored me impressed. After Turn Blue, the Keys had a 5-year hiatus and came back together in 2018 to work on their 9th studio album Let's Rock that released in 2019. After the simplistic but catchy El Camino and the sophisticated melancholy Turn Blue, Let's Rock was a collision of everything that Dan and Patrick had learnt over the years and created not only a catchy but also an intricate, well-crafted album with an exceptional high production value. One of the more simplistically written songs on the album, Go, captures the ins and outs of a rock duo on the road and the struggles of keeping the flame alive while always being on the go. The lyrics of the song are straightforward and catchy, and the hook is basically just one word, just extended by a vowel vocalization. What really catches the attention of the listener is the fast beat, high energy, and the unique guitar tone and riff that really steals the show in this song. My final song of the list is Tell Me Lies. Before the release of their previous album Turn Blue, Dan's wife's unfaithfulness led to a difficult divorce, but the result of this tragic love story led to some pretty amazing lyrical content on not only Turn Blue, but also spilled over to Let's Rock with the song Tell Me Lies. The song is about a woman that have done wrong by Dan, but is written in a simplistic and catchy manner. There are some swirly guitar riffs and some fantastic automation that just emphasizes the feel for the song. The hook of the song is easy to remember and to sing along with, and frequently gets stuck in one's head. Okay, cool. That concludes my list for my 10 favorite Black Keys songs. If I missed a song of yours that you really like, please let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please subscribe and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest videos. Cool. See you guys next time.